And welcome back to Top Guest Studio with me, your host, Joe. In this week's episode of Top Guest Studio for episode 27 is an amazing cyclist. She is part of the StepFwd Suzuki women's cycle team. She also competed in many bike races and tours. She's also a great family friend and she's like a big sister to me. Please welcome my guest for today's episode. It's the wonderful Pia Smith.
Hello.
Hey guys. So, Pia, how did your journey begin being a cyclist?
Well, I started as a triathlete about 4 years ago. Did that for about 4 years. Competed at Worlds twice, once in Chicago and once here on the Gold Coast. Same ones that your dad did, actually. I think you came down and watched me for that one. Cheered me on.
Yep.
And then the one at the Gold Coast was my finale to triathlon, and then I started with cycling. So my partner Larry started coaching me, and I started in women's C grade, and then slowly throughout the year I moved up, women's B, women's A, and then late last year I started with the NRS series, which is the best girls in the country competing, and I did that as an individual against the teams, and then one of the teams approached me and asked me to do some guest rides, which I did, and then this year they decided to sign me. So that's pretty exciting.
Sounds exciting to me, Pia.
It is.
So what time do you get up in the morning to train?
I'm a lazy cyclist. I like to get up later and train. So I send Larry off to work. Larry's my fiance, for anyone who doesn't know. And send him off to work, and then I do a bit of food, eat some food, and then head out training. So it's usually about 8:30 that I head out training for a couple of hours, or sometimes 6 hours, just depending on what I've got on for that day.
And what do you like about training, Pia?
It gives me time to clear my mind and think, and just releases all those good hormones that make you feel good. It's good.
And how does training help you cope with life in general, Pia?
So life can get pretty hectic sometimes, and the best way to cope with that, I find, is exercise. I've always exercised my whole life. I've been a swimmer, I've been a surf lifesaver, I've done little athletics, triathlon, now I've moved on to cycling. So I've always been active, and I find those days where I'm not out doing some sport, I just feel a little bit down, and it's just a good way to get out there and enjoy the world, enjoy the sunshine, get your vitamin D, and it just makes you feel good, makes you feel healthy. I know you, Joe,
Yes.
do a bit of sport yourself. Talk me through that. What do you do?
So I do, usually on Wednesdays, I have training at the Griffith University track, and we do different stuff each Wednesday. So we do either 200s, 4s.
What, in
3s,
swimming, in riding, in running, horse racing?
Running.
Running? Okay.
Yeah. And then on Tuesday, I do running training with James at Pizzey Park, and we do from sprints up to long distance runs.
Are you the fastest guy there?
No, I am not. I'm probably the most slowest guy.
The most slowest. Probably. Don't tell me the girls beat you.
On occasions.
Occasions.
On occasions.
I'd say you're just letting them win because you're a nice guy like that. Yeah? And you do some triathlons and stuff as well, don't you?
Yes.
When I was doing triathlon, I know I used to see you before I knew you at Rio, this little get-together thingy we had down at Lake Humans.
Yes.
And I used to see you down there, but I never saw you in the water. What was with that? Why are you only running and riding? Swimming is one of the best parts of triathlon.
Because I can't get my ears wet because I have anxiety about my ears getting wet.
Okay.
So I can't really do it, but I do like the riding and run part.
What's your favourite?
Probably the riding part.
The riding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go fast on the ride.
Yeah? How fast?
Probably I can get up to 100 kilometers per hour on the bike.
You do not. That's a lot.
At Rio.
At Rio, 100 kilometres an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to beat the guys.
All right. Well, that's faster than a lot of people I know.
So, Pia, you're riding for StepFwd Suzuki. How does that feel?
It's actually really exciting. I never thought I'd be on a team at this stage of my cycling career, I guess. This is my second year into cycling, so it all happened very quickly. It's got some amazing sponsors on board which support us and make training and racing a lot easier. We've got a massive, not massive, but a group of girls on the team that are awesome to be with, very supportive, and our managers, and it's just fun. It's so much fun going to an event and then or a tour, and then you stay with the girls in the accommodation. You go and have your meals together, and then you have team meetings, and yeah, it's really, really fun. And then when you come home, you kind of get the post-tour blues because you just want to be back racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, get you back to reality.
Because they're your bike family.
They're my bike. Yeah, that's a good way. I like that. They're my bike family. There you go.
So, Pia, can you tell us a bit more about the Suzuki team?
So the Suzuki team is sponsored by StepFwd IT, which is a computer company. Suzuki, obviously the car company. So we're lucky we get 2 cars from them for our team that we can drive in the convoy. And then for people like me who need to travel down south, I get to drive one of the cars while I'm down there. We've got Suzuki StepFwd Suzuki. They're new this year, so they do all our kits. This is a new kit for us. It's pretty cool. We've got Premax, which is chamois cream sunscreen. We've got Schwalbe, which is tyre brand. We have so many. We're so lucky. What's another one? So Shimano. Shimano's a massive one. So Shimano does all the bike componentry for us. We've also been really lucky to have one of the mechanics come work with us at one of the tours. So yeah, we've got Janoffi's coffee.
Oh, coffee.
You can't ride a bike without having a coffee first, obviously.
Nope.
Who else have we got? We've just got so many. Just trying to think. Full Gas as well. So Full Gas is a training program, sort of like Zwift, but only better. So you jump on, basically, there's rides downloaded, so you can ride a ride over in London, or you can prep for a race. So like for Nationals this year, we had the Nationals course downloaded, so I actually got to ride the Nationals course without riding the Nationals course, and I could plan out my wattage, etc., for what I needed to do at all the different points of the race. Just trying to think off the top of my head who else we've got. But yeah, I think that's all that's coming off the top of my head at the moment.
Awesome, that's cool. So Pia, in 2019 you achieved some pretty big goals. What were they?
2019 I achieved very big goals. I got on a team. That was probably my biggest goal, which I achieved a lot earlier. I completed Grafton to Inverell for the second time and improved my time massively. I raced my first UCI level races. So a UCI race is a race where the best women from all over the world come. So to be able to sit on the start line and have a conversation with a World Tour rider is pretty cool, and yeah, it's just really, really inspiring. 2020 did have some big goals. However, some of them have been put on hold for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the COVID-19 issues.
Yes.
So, yeah, training has kind of slowed down a little bit, and races have all been put on hold. I was actually meant to be racing today up at Tour of Brisbane and Oceania's doing a time trial, but that got postponed.
So how are you coping with COVID-19, Pia?
It's difficult, Joe. It's quite difficult. I was really prepped and ready for this race season, and then just to have being built up, ready and at your peak, ready for a race, and then to be told that it's cancelled, it's kind of devastating, really. And then, it's just hard not having set training put out because you don't have a specific race to train for, so you can't organise your training. But what about you?
So everything at Reckon Sport, my drama program has been put on halt due to COVID-19. We were supposed to be doing our first year of drama play this year, but unfortunately that's been postponed. And my routines, being autistic, I like to have my routines. I like to go to the movies every Thursday.
You can't do that anymore.
And I can't do that. I like my drama, and that's been thrown into chaos. I usually train at the track at Griffith University on Wednesdays, but that's been thrown into chaos as well. So I'm trying to cope with everything, but it's slowly getting to me.
Yeah, you just have to go for runs outside.
Yeah.
We'll have to go for some bike rides together.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can beat me at your 100 k's an hour, apparently.
Yeah. So, any other highlights you would like to mention, Pia?
Any other highlights I'd like to mention? I think I've covered most of them. Grafton, Inverell I've done twice. I've done UCI level races. I've raced against some of the best girls in the world. I have raced against the best girls in the world. Getting to meet the best girls. Probably the biggest highlight would be, getting on a team and just experiencing that team atmosphere and not having to go to a race and do everything myself. I've got a team manager that goes and gets my numbers and looks after my bike and makes sure my bike's running nice and smoothly, and the sponsors are there giving you stuff and making sure you're okay. It's just lots of highlights, really.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, are there any friends you've made through this girls' team?
I've made lots of friends. However, they're all down south, unfortunately. I've got Bree in Canberra. Hi, Bree. I've got Shani. She's in some place that I can't remember. Macedon, I think it is. I don't know where that is. And then I've got Kendall. She's in Geelong. And then there's Alana. She goes between Melbourne and Wangaratta. Amalia, Julia, and then the managers, Marty and his whole family. They're in Wangaratta. However, they've just moved to Geelong. And Tom. But yeah, unfortunately, none of them are up here.
No.
So it's a bit hard, especially during this COVID-19. We can't catch up and go for team rides, so
yeah,
it's a bit annoying. But anyway, we deal with these things and we move on. We've still got Messenger, we've still got Skype, we've still got all that, so we can still chat. We just can't physically be there together.
Yeah, and you had big future goals, but now they're being thrown into chaos.
For the time being, who knows? Hopefully the end of the racing season will still be happening. But yeah, we're still not sure yet. So fingers crossed, keep the training going, work on some weaknesses, work on some goals, try and beat Joe on a bicycle. I'll have to add that. 100 k's an hour. I got up to 58 today on my bike this morning. 58. So I've only really got 40 k's to go.
Yeah.
Till I catch you.
So yeah. All right. Pia, now this is a 30-second question answering round. So hopefully you're ready for this.
Okay. Do I have to be really quick? Do I have a time limit?
No, just be fast.
Okay.
All right, here we go. What is your mantra or inspirational quote?
Okay. What doesn't kill you only makes you stronger.
Favorite chocolate bar?
Kit Kat, maybe? I think. I'm not sure. Too many. But definitely Kit Kat's up there. Oh, Ferrero Rochers are also up there as well. Sorry.
Favorite thing you'd like to bake with me?
Banana bread.
Oh.
Love good banana bread.
What was your last race?
My last race was Sizzling Summer Series up here on the coast, but my last really big race before that was Herald Sun Tour up down in Wangaratta.
Ooh. Do you have any pets?
I do. I have 2 dogs.
Oh, that's great. And what are their names?
You know their names. You tell
Walter
me their names.
and Nala.
Walter and Nala. What's Walter?
Walter is a whippet.
Walter the Whippet, and what's...
And Nala is a little dash hound.
Cross Mini Foxy.
Cross Mini Foxy.
Yeah, who's your favourite?
At the moment, it's got to be Nala.
Oh, you've got a sweet spot for Nala.
What is your favourite place on the Gold Coast at the moment?
At the moment, it's Beachmont. I think it's always been Beachmont, and it probably will always be Beachmont.
All right. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Travelling overseas, living the life of a professional cyclist.
Without your little brother there.
Yeah, you have to stay here. Unless you get a job as a Swanee on our team.
What bad habits do you have, Pia?
What bad habits do you have, Joe?
I'm not telling you.
Probably biting and picking my fingernails. That's probably the worst.
And what bad habits does Larry have?
How long have we got to answer these questions?
This is the last question.
Okay. Have we got another hour? Because that's how many bad habits Larry has. No, he's pretty good, actually. His worst habit is probably just leaving his clothes lying all over the house, waiting for the magic fairy to come and pick them up and put them in the washing basket.
So, Larry, when you get home,
do your washing.
Yes, buddy. Do your washing, Larry. All right, well, let's thank Pia for coming on the show today. Guys, she's like a big sister to me, so next time you see her, she'll probably be out on the bike racing.
Yeah, on the road riding.
Yep. All right, guys, so thank you so much for having us.
No, thank you, Joe, for having me. Thank you. It's been a privilege.
Well, and please come back next time, hopefully next week, for another interview. In the meantime, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and comment to the channel. We'll see you next time on Top Guest Studio with me, your host, Joe.
Bye.
Bye, guys.